show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. Your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though.
The NFL playoffs.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And some room to work. And all the way down to the 29. 47 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. Running right through him. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll run with Hall into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try to run with Hall. Yeah, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Second down, back to Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First down, here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 44, Burrow. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamien Sherwood. He's at the 40, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. To sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
12. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Fields taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with the 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Burrow, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
To the air again, Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series. Because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Fields going to take this himself. Shoves him aside, and he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Open receiver complete.
Hey, we got to keep scoring.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow firing quickly here. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that would be incomplete. On 4th down, Fields. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback,
they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball again on second down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Fields. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Hall on a give up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. They'll go again with Hall. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
Still first down.
On first down, they go option to the right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now on second and 16. Fields. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll run with Hall.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, you've seen a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Fights through it. A solid stiff arm. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. And this time he is in. Breece Hall setting his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They've faced adversity all year long. They're the fighting part to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead. Hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Here's a give to Hall. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Hall again on second down. Down to about the 22 here. 170 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run the option on third and short yardage. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spot.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on second down. Burrow over the middle. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on third down is Burrow. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. On second and 11 now. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Ball again on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Ball again. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Ooh, with a juke. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On the toss, it's Hall. Pushes him over. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A handoff for Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run. It's Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that?